There are a wide variety of exotic cars in today's market, and we've compiled a list of the most notable. The cars with classic designs that will never go out of style, groundbreaking vehicles from the future, and vehicles that are just plain cool to look at. Before you depart this planet, here are the automobiles you need to see. But before we proceed, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and smash that subscribe button so we can continue bringing more content to you. Now, let's roll right in. Driving the most potent production vehicle in the world while attempting to keep it together, Swedish company Koenigsegg gained recognition in the sports vehicle market by producing supercars with more than 1,000 horsepower. The company's first production vehicle, the CC8S, featured the dihedral synchro-helix actuation doors that have become their signature. In its heyday, it took home a number of honors, including the Guinness World Record for the most potent production engine. The same cars served as a model for the engineering prowess that culminated in the 2014 Koenigsegg One. The One is powered by a 5-liter twin-turbo V8 derived from the Agera R, with output increased from 1,140 to 1,360 horsepower. The claimed 0 to 60 miles per hour time is right over the 3-second mark at 3.2, and to reach 250 is even more astounding at 20 seconds. However, the overall power output available does depend on the type of fuel used. Compared to other supercars and hypercars, its performance should put it in the lead. The One could be the world's fastest automobile if it can beat the production car world speed records recently set by the less powerful Agera RS. Few automakers, if any, can compete with Ferrari when it comes to creating exotic vehicles. Anyone with a heartbeat will pay attention when they see the prancing horse symbol, and the Ferrari Monza SP1 is perhaps one of the best-looking and most unique vehicles the brand has ever produced. The Monza SP1 is a unique vehicle series that goes by the name Icona, which is Italian for icon, and is unlike the McLaren Elva and Aston Martin Speedster in that it only has one seat. It also lacks a roof, a windshield, and any other notable comfort elements. This innovative homage to the glory days of open-top racing is a breath of fresh air in a world that is progressively being taken over by electric vehicles. The Monza SP1 is 78.6 inches wide and 183.3 inches long. With a wheelbase around 107 inches, this sporty racer is only 45.5 inches tall. The front track has a width of 66.5 inches, and the back track has a width of 66.1 inches. This Ferrari is among Ferrari's lightest current automobiles, with a dry weight around 3,300 pounds. The fact that it has the factory's most powerful 6.5-liter V12 gas engine with an F1 7-speed dual-clutch transmission and rear-wheel drive may make it one of the best Ferraris ever made. One of the most impressive-sounding and potent engines to ever leave the Ferrari stable is the one utilized in the Monza SP1. Pushing nearly 800 horsepower and 530 feet per pound of torque, this 65-degree naturally aspirated 6.5-liter is a monster that Ferrari positioned up front and gives the driver all the power they can want. The Bentley Bacalar is intended to be the pinnacle of open-top driving. Only 12 of these two-door wonders were made by the legendary British carmaker, using Bentley Mulliner, the oldest coach builder in the world. All 12 have already been sold. Although the Bacalar's specification list reads like the best of Bentley, consider the Bacalar to be a more manly, roofless Continental GT. It has some common design elements, but the exterior is completely custom. A variety of grills and 2 sizable vents on the hood dominates the front end. Although the vehicle still has Bentley's iconic round headlights, a new LED strip that extends from them acts as the focal point for a design line that runs the full length of the car. Bentley gave this car plenty of power, delivering a healthy 650 horsepower and 667 feet per pound of torque in a tuned version of Bentley's 6-liter twin-turbo W12 engine. These cars are truly masterpieces, and with a price tag around $2 million, Bentley gives you an experience only they can truly offer. The track-only hypercars created to appease the richest racers in the world appear to have begun with the McLaren P1 GTR and the LaFerrari FXX. Of course, with a specifically constructed race car powered by passion and extensive knowledge, Aston Martin cannot afford to skip this class. The general public was thus given access to a highly fast, track-only Aston Martin Vulcan. The 7 V12 engine that powers this car is a derivative of the 7.5 V12 found in the Aston Martin 177 and produces around 820 horsepower. The car's exterior and monocoque are both made of carbon fiber. A carbon fiber drive shaft and magnesium torque tube connect the engine to the 6-speed sequential gearbox. The Vulcan cost a staggering $2.3 million. However, the price tag can be justified with a 0 to 60 of 2.9 seconds and a top speed around 208 miles per hour. This car is everything a speed demon could want. With a 1,813 horsepower carbon fiber electric warhead, Rimac pushes the boundaries of material and human strength. The Nevera from a Croatian company has a single-piece monocoque chassis and channels of battery cells positioned behind, beneath, and between the seats. With 2 electric motors at each axle, the Nevera's estimated 205-mile driving range won't win any prizes. But once public infrastructure can really achieve those figures, the Nevera's claimed DC fast charging speed of 500 kWh should allay any range worry. The Nevera is a vehicle that valets would compete with one another to park because it's limited to just 150 units and costs $2.2 million. The 4-motor fully electric monster uses a 1-speed direct drive gearbox and carbon-sleeved permanent magnet AC synchronous motors at each of its 4 wheels to demonstrate that there is no such thing as too much power. The battery's maximum output is 1,877 horsepower, while the motor's maximum output is 1,813 horsepower. It's unlikely that you'll notice a difference. The 2 front drive units have a combined output of 295 horsepower and 207 pound-feet of torque, while the 2 rear drive units have a combined output of 644 horsepower and 664 pound-per-feet. Although the Nevera's primary focus is on performance, Rimac wanted the experience of riding in one to be just as thrilling as driving one. While each of the 150 Neveras can be individually customized with different fabrics, hues, and embroidery to suit any extravagant aesthetic, attention must be paid to the carbon monocoque to which the entire vehicle is attached. The Sian FKP37 is the first super sports car equipped with a V12 engine and supercapacitor-based hybrid technology. It's an unmatched work of engineering and science thanks to its potent V12 engine and electronic boost. The name Sian, which translates to lightning in Bolognese, perfectly describes the car's actual nature, especially its high speed of more than 220 miles per hour. The all-wheel drive Sian has a 6.5-liter V12 engine situated in the middle of the vehicle that uses electrical assistance to produce a total of 808 horsepower. It's now the most potent Lamborghini ever built as a result. The naturally aspirated V12 produces a substantial 774 horses on its own. A 48-volt electric motor that is built within the vehicle's 7-speed transmission supports the engine by adding 34 horsepower. One of the most advanced hybrid vehicles ever created, it runs on a supercapacitor stored in the bulkhead rather of a more conventional battery pack. Inside, the Sian lives up to its exotic nature, as every surface is covered in high-end materials. Of course, Lamborghini allows customers to personalize the interior to their taste. The driver faces a fully digital gauge cluster and a buttonless steering wheel with enormous paddle shifters. The center console has physical controls for the climate system, the selectable driver modes, and other auxiliary functions. While the Sian does have a glove box, it lacks cup holders and small item storage. This car is hands down one of the most exotic cars to date, and with a price tag of $3.6 million, it makes it one of the most expensive as well. Some of the wealthiest people in the world are Bugatti's customers, and as a result, they associate with other wealthy people. Standing out from the crowd is simple when you own a $3 million Chiron, but it gets harder when all of your buddies have 20 car garages. So how can you get the upper hand? You purchase a highly costly and uncommon machine, a Bugatti Centodieci. Limited to 10 models and priced at a nice $8.8 million, this exotic car is the king. As a result, the front of the car has extremely thin LED headlamps to maintain its refined exterior, as well as a smaller horseshoe grille to accommodate. The angle of the massive wing on the back is now mechanically adjustable, and to increase engine efficiency, the Centodieci utilizes a wide air outlet. Of course, the W16 Bugatti engine is showcased behind transparent glass. We anticipate that the Centodieci will behave quite similarly to the Chiron, with a shockingly good throttle response and a very smooth kind of power delivery, even though only a very small group of owners and Bugatti's own test drivers will have had the chance to drive it. This would make the vehicle simple to operate in congested areas while still providing amazing performance. The Centodieci does outperform the Chiron in a straight line, reaching 124 miles per hour in just 6.1 seconds, which is 0.4 seconds faster than the Chiron's 0-60 time of less than 2.4 seconds. However, the highest speed is constricted to 236 miles per hour and is lower than the Chiron's 261 miles per hour. From speed demons to luxury icons, these 7 vehicles are a must-see before you hit the road of life. Let us know in the comments which of these automotive masterpieces inspired you the most. Don't forget to like the video and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any new videos from our channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon.